Hello everyone, my name is Bausch and this is Alex.
And we just recently graduated from the class of 2020. I'll be heading off to the University of Pennsylvania Wharton Business School.
And I'll be studying at NYU Stern School of Business. Today we're just going to give you some tips and tricks regarding the college application process and what to look out for as you move forward into those applications.
So in terms of the university choices, I think it's important to take into account not only just the academic opportunities you have, whether it's, for me, it was for business alongside with Bausch, but also take into the weather, the location, even the types of the non-academic activities you want to do, whether it's jazz or athletics, and so on and so forth. There's so many things that you should really account for because it's not necessarily only school you're going to, it's somewhere you're going to call home for the next 4 years.
So different universities will have different requirements for their application. Most US schools require a common app essay, while UCAS schools or UK schools require a personal statement, and that's really a chance for you to write about who you are as a person, aside from all the academic success you achieve. So for me, I talked about my athletic background, and because that really helped me convey how my character developed over the course of my high school years. And it's really important to stay genuine and stay true to yourself within those paragraphs or within those sentences, because that's really what universities look at to determine whether or not you're a good fit for them and whether or not they'll be a good fit for you. Yeah, so Alex and I have actually started an SAT or ACT tutoring service, and one of the key takeaways that we found was that many students will have a different plan or different focuses that they need to adhere to when studying or when developing a plan towards the future. So that's the same with university applications as well. Each student will have their different set of requirements. Universities will have different guidelines for you, and it's really important for you to personalize your plan and cater to the needs of your universities when making these applications.
In terms of my personal statements, I think one of the most important things, as Bausch mentioned, is really staying true to yourself. For me, I wrote about jamming and my experiences and just playing jazz with my friends and all that. And it was important to not necessarily talk about your academic achievements or your awards, but just really who you are and the personality that you have. And the university are trying to see if the person you are really fits the environment of that school or not. In terms of the interviews, it's actually quite similar because you're just talking with an alumnus of that school. It's not necessarily like, oh, did they have the correct answer? Matter of fact, there is no correct answer. It's just a conversation, really hearing on both sides who you are alongside you getting to learn more about the school, some personal aspects of it. Yeah, in terms of preparing yourself for rejections, I think the thing that really you guys have to take into account is that university acceptances don't judge you as a person in terms of how achieved you are in terms of academics or these things. It's really measuring on how your personality and your interest fit the school. And many of it parlays on luck and how you, I guess, showed yourself in your essays and if that fits that environment or not. So even if you do get rejected, please do note that it's not really an evaluation of what you did during high school or so on forth. So but still you will feel some sense of disappointment. I was there too. And for me, I always had my family and the support of my buddies to be there, and as well as to congratulate if there were some good things to do.
Yeah, I think one of the most important things to note is that life goes on. The road hasn't ended, even if you do get rejected from some of your dream colleges. And you'll often have a safety school or a backup plan B school if your dream schools don't work out. And also, even if you decide not to attend university in your first year because you don't get accepted by some of the colleges you wanted to go to, you can always learn more skills, develop a better sense of understanding of of the knowledge in your field, or you could even take up internship job opportunities in the year leading up to your second wave of university applications. So there are a bunch of things you can do if you don't decide, or if you don't end up studying if you don't end up in university right after graduation. So always be forward-looking and always have a sense of optimism leading up to your life and your career pathway.
Well, for me, in terms of how ISKL helped me out in university, there's so many factors. I developed an interest for business and economics during a club here. The great friends and like the jam sessions, even my personal statements, many of it was just jamming out with friends in ISKL, whether they're alumni or whether they're underclassmen. And also, even when I just didn't know how to phrase that one sentence or phrase that one paragraph, I went to my teachers, I went to my counselors and asked them, how can I really express myself more concise, and how can I express who I am through this paragraph or this sentence? And they helped me out throughout, and yeah.
I think ISKL allowed me a fantastic platform, not just for me to develop my academic prowess or co-curricular activities, but also it helped me grow as a person and develop characteristics that I'll bring forward for me in my lifetime. So, for example, my role as the head of STARS of the school, it helped me develop a lot of leadership skills, communication, and it taught me how to really take responsibility as a person and how to take charge as a leader in order to be one of the ambassadors of the school. So that's one program that really helped me a lot. And ISKL really offers you a bunch of different things you can try and experiment with while you're in high school. So that platform, that's a really nice way for you to develop who you are as a person before you submit your application or before you move off into university.
So for some last tips, I think one of the most important things is keep your head up and just strive until the end, because sometimes your decisions will not come as early as you expect, and it's really important to don't really feel down about that and just keep working towards the end, because the good news will come.
I think it's really important to stay true to yourself throughout the whole process. If you really want to pursue something, just go with it, stick with it. If you're undecided about something, then that's fine as well. Everyone has their different path that they take after graduation. It's not like you have to follow the cohort in terms of what they decide. And yeah, staying true to yourself, making sure you want to do what you're going to do. That's really important for me, because you really want to be happy with your decision in the end. So
thank you for watching the whole video, and we hope that some of the tips and tricks we had in terms of the university applications will help you. And yeah, we were glad to answer some of your questions.
We wish you all the best moving forward into your university applications, and we hope to see you succeed as well. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Good luck.